Welcome to UNAM Chicago's CAFÉ EXPRESSO, a space for bilateral conversations with people from all walks of life. Tune in to Spanish Public Radio and follow us on social media. And now your host, Alberto Foncerrada.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Café Expresso. My name is Alberto Foncerrada. Café Expresso is a program of UNAM Chicago in alliance with Spanish Public Media. Today is a very, very special day. This morning, we have a very important guest. With me is Professor Juan de Pablo. Mr. de Pablo holds a very important position at the University of Chicago as Executive Vice President for Science, Innovation, National Laboratories and Global Initiatives. Welcome, Juan. Very nice to have you in our program.
Thank you for inviting me. It's happy to be here.
Wonderful. So Juan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your job entails? Because I know it's very important and we've been working with some of your staff, but why don't you tell our audience what does that entail and what brought you to Chicago too?
Great. So I have several jobs at the University of Chicago. One of them is I am a professor of molecular engineering. I am a professor who teaches classes, who works with students, and I have a research group that does research in the design of advanced materials for a number of applications. We use very large computers and develop mathematical algorithms and apply methods from statistics and machine learning to be able to design advanced materials that eventually would find their way into applications that everybody would be familiar with. So that's my original job. I have a second job, which is to be the executive vice president of the university. And in that role, I oversee the national laboratories that are affiliated with the university. Those are Argonne National Laboratory and Fermilab National Laboratory. Those are Department of Energy funded laboratories, very large, both of them, very important to the nation. I also oversee the science strategy and innovation aspects of the university, the entrepreneurship programs, the startup programs, the incubator programs for new companies that are being launched out of the university, or more importantly, out of the ecosystem provided by Chicago. And finally, I also oversee the global initiatives for the university, the international programs that we have in partnership with countries all over the world, including, and very important, Mexico and UNAM. So that's my job right now.
Yes, that's great. And I understand that you are a former alumni of UNAM engineering, right?
That's right. I was a student at the UNAM. I studied chemical engineering at the Facultad de Ciencias Químicas in the UNAM. Some of the best years of my life. It was an incredible experience, a fantastic university. And I am immensely grateful for the education that I received at the UNAM.
That is fascinating. What brought you to Chicago? How long have you been here in Chicago?
I came here in 2012. Before coming to the University of Chicago, I was a professor at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, a professor of chemical engineering at the University of Wisconsin. And then, so that would be 9 years ago now, 10 years ago almost. The University of Chicago called and said, Juan, we're starting a new School of Molecular Engineering at Chicago. Chicago at the time did not have any engineering. It had fundamental sciences. It had very good chemistry, very good physics, biology, medicine, but no engineering. So a school was being started and they said, would you like to come? And I said, yes. I thought that was very intrigued by what the university wanted to do in this space. And I was the first professor that they hired that came here for engineering. And it's been a fantastic experience. This is a great city. This is a great university. And I'm just excited about everything that's going on here, both at a local level with the university and the communities around it, and then at the city level, and then at a global level. It's a place where many things are changing.
For sure. I couldn't agree with you more. This is a fascinating city, and the University of Chicago is just does amazing work. Are you guys working basically on site, or are you still kind of like hybrid format?
No, we're here. We're here, and you see me without a mask.
Okay.
So I think we turn a corner, at least for the moment. And there's a lot of enthusiasm and energy about being back and doing all of the things that were put on hold for so long. And our students are, of course, very excited to be almost back to normal. So this is a great time to be here. Spring is around the corner also. So nothing but smiles at the University of Chicago right now.
That's great. Exactly. Juan, what are your thoughts about the importance of international academic collaboration, and particularly in the sciences fields? And like, we're very eager to kind of like open more venues for collaboration with different universities. I know we're working with the University of Chicago, but what are your thoughts in general about international academic collaboration?
I think they're incredibly important now more than ever. I think we've come to realize that humanity faces tremendous problems, challenges, for which we need to use some of the best minds. We need to use sciences and engineering and social scientists and economists. Everybody has to contribute to the solutions of these grand challenges. And those challenges are inherently global. For example, climate. Solving the climate crisis that we have is a global problem. We need partnerships throughout the world to be able to come up with solutions. Energy is another example. Poverty is another example. Democracy, the study of democracy, is another example. All of them global, right? And you need to have the best people in each country so that we can actually have the depth of understanding that is necessary to make a dent on some of these challenges. It is also critical that the students that we train be globalists by construction. They have to be equally comfortable in the US, in Mexico, in Germany, in Kenya, in India. That's the type of individual that we want to educate to the extent we can. And to be able to do that effectively, well, we need international partnerships with other great universities like the UNAM, very important. So one of the things that I've done in that capacity is, first of all, we have some really nice agreements with UNAM, with CONACYT in Mexico, that have brought in tremendous talent to Chicago, and they have allowed talent from Chicago to go to Mexico. It truly is a bilateral relationship. And in my own research group, there's always several very, very talented students from throughout Mexico, but also from the UNAM. And that relationship for me personally has been very gratifying. And I take very good care of it. It's very important to me.
I bet. And we're very eager to keep on working with the University of Chicago because there's tremendous potential for doing stuff. Now, what would you say to an alumni of UNAM who's kind of like on the fence of studying the sciences, or what's the importance, you as being someone very involved with the sciences, what would you say to encourage someone like, just open up your universe and go?
Yeah, well, as you said, I'm a scientist, I'm an engineer, and there's a bias there. But having said that, I think that, as I was pointing out before, there are so many things that we need to do now to ensure the prosperity of humanity. I come back to the climate challenge, for example. Well, those are scientific problems. We need to come up with scientific and engineering solutions that allow us to address the problem that we now face. I think that the sciences, engineering are extraordinarily relevant right now. And there's not enough of us. There's not enough scientists and engineers. So that's important because it points to the problem of not having enough minds to solve these problems that need solutions. But it also points to the opportunities. Students getting their degrees in these areas are going to have many, many opportunities for productive, meaningful, impactful careers. So yes, I would encourage these students to think about sciences and engineering. Perhaps students are afraid a little bit about how demanding these subjects can be, how difficult they can be. And my answer to that would be everything is demanding, everything is difficult where you're trying to do it well. A degree in economics or in social sciences or humanities or the arts or science or engineering is equally difficult when you take it seriously, when you do it well. But then again, that's what you want to do when you're starting your life. You want to take on those challenges, overcome them, and have an impactful life and career, meaningful life. So to summarize, I would tell them, yes, please study engineering, study sciences. We need the best minds from all over the world to be able to have humanity prosper.
Yes, I couldn't agree more about the importance of science, especially these days when science has been questioned by many and they put it in doubt, and there's that need to reinforce our front on the sciences, on the importance of sciences. Juan, any other thoughts before we wrap up that you want to say?
Yes, perhaps one more thing, coming back to the point that you just made about science being questioned. And that is, there are also very interesting opportunities at the interface between what we're going to call the hard sciences and the social sciences and the humanities. Individuals that can work at that interface, I think, are going to have a large impact. I keep using that word right now in the years to come. For example, we saw that with the development and deployment of vaccines. If you want to really solve the problem of the pandemic, yes, you need the scientists to develop that vaccine very, very quickly. You need the engineer to scale up the production very, very quickly. And you need the social scientist who can actually talk to the public and help them understand what this vaccine can do for them. And those three groups, they have to be working together very, very closely. Individuals that can work at that interface between these three areas are going to be very important for us. And there's so few of them. So keep that in mind as a career. That's another area where we need more talent.
Absolutely. And with that note, that is fascinating. Juan, I want to thank you so much for this interview. To my audience, I just had a fascinating conversation with Juan de Pablo. He holds a very important position at the University of Chicago as Executive Vice President for Science, Innovation, National Laboratories and Global Initiatives, among other hats that he wears sometimes. Juan, it's been really a delightful conversation. I'm sure we're going to keep on seeing each other, and be safe. Thank you so much.
I look forward to that, Alberto. Thank you very much for the conversation. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And my name is Alberto Foncerrada. This has been another edition of Café Expresso, a program of UNAM Chicago in alliance with Spanish Public Media. Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you.